All right, good evening, everybody. It's finally October or September or something like that. But anyway, yeah, cold weather's coming and the season closer is coming up with Huntersville in a couple of weeks. Want to remind everybody about that, and other contests all over the country are coming up as well. And then everybody will settle back into building season for a lot of the country, but it's flying season pretty much all the way around for here. Um, but come join us and we'll talk about aero modeling, whether you're building or flying. And I'm Rusty, and this is the Stunthangar video hangout. Oh, good evening. Have we got sound tonight? Okay, we've got Ken Colbert. Oh, not yet. No sound tonight, but at least Ken Colbert's come in with us. I was just finishing my introduction up, so we're expecting another new guest tonight too. But just want to remind everybody that if you've got your Google registration, so that you can be logged into Google, you'll be able to join these Hangouts by clicking the links either next to the video on the Stunthangar YouTube channel, or in the notifications on your own YouTube site with the bell at the top, or on Stunthangar control line forums under the live at the bench thread. And if you click that link, you can come join us live, or you can just participate in the chat box next to the video on YouTube. And looks like Ken posted about appear in. Are you wondering when we're going to start using that our new Hangout software? The reason it is still offline, and y'all might have seen us try it a week or two ago. We had some that we advertised as bigger, better, clearer, and we ran into a roadblock that Sparky's working on fixing now, and it turned out that there were some issues with transferring the monetization features and that sort of thing between the new software and YouTube. So he's got to teach me how to set it up so that I can host from the new software. Until then, we'll stay here on the Google Hangouts, and I hope this is the last week we're using Google Hangouts. This could conceivably be the last actual episode on the Google Hangouts. In that case, people like poor Ken Colbert there, who just sits here and looks at us, will be able to actually talk. So sorry, Ken, we're not there yet, but we're getting close. I promise. We will get the appear in software. That's appear.in. It's actually a pretty cool little feature. And Ron still has no mic, so he's going to stay with us on the tube. That's fine, Ron. I'll be sure and keep an eye on the tube side. Sometimes I let it slip my mind momentarily, but I usually try to incorporate you guys in with us. I'm glad you were able to drop in, and give it a try. But like I'm promising, we will have the new software up and running, and it will be compatible and easier to operate than what we're doing now. It is limited in its beta form to only limited browsers, but they're like Chrome and Firefox. And if you've got an iSystem, an Apple system, then you have to get an app, but that's all right. Everybody knows how to get an app. And so I think the majority of people will be able to get in easier without so many glitches like the Ken's sound issue and like Ryan's issue with the mic. So anyway, that's enough jabbering now. And so I guess I started the winter build thread last week, and then between, you know, doctor's appointments and life, going out of town to a cool concert in Atlanta this weekend, and stuff like that. I haven't gotten anything else done on it, but I hope some of our guys will come in and be able to show that they've gotten started. I know one other gal like me is building a Cardinal. That'd be Terry Forbes, and I think several others are just getting started, getting them unboxed. And I've got my shop all set up. I'm ready to get on a roll now. Except I've been limping around on a sore hip, so working on concrete floor kind of slows me down. But we'll see if that bothers me or not. I got some good cushions to stand on now, so that might not interfere with me as much as I fear it could, and as much as it has in the past. We got 2 viewers online right now, and one of them is Ken Colbert, and the other is, well, I guess that's Ron Hess. So whenever somebody else comes and drops in with us, and we'll start getting interesting. I kind of jumped in tonight in a hurry, and Daryl Adams is here. Hey, Daryl. Glad somebody with all of his audio video faculties has showed up. Well, we can see you. We hope you can talk to us.
Well, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can see you and I can hear you. How are you tonight?
iPad good. Works good when it's charged, though. So how are you doing tonight?
I'm kind of frazzled. You could probably tell it with my introduction. I was kind of in a rush starting things up, and I didn't have a lot of coherent commentary to entertain everybody with till my guests appeared. But now that you're here, maybe you can help smooth things over for me. We got Ron Hess is out there still with no mic, but he's going to hang with us on the tube side. And we've got Ken Colbert, who his face dropped off right now, but it looks like he's still online, and he's got no microphone either. So we'll try to take chat messages from those guys. And so what you got in your hands there, let me click you up so I can see what you're working on.
Injured ring rat.
Ah, yeah. Man, that's got some big, well, I guess is that what you call a low profile wing, or that's a high profile, I guess, isn't it? Short and fat.
He's pretty thick, eh? I don't know how well you can see that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It looks like that plane will really grab some air, though. It's got a big stab compared to the wing and all. And we used the half-A versions of that at Joe Nall for the kids to fly, and they were really successful. And we still got a couple of the survivors that we use in the club for our younger members to fly, and also to use as test beds for other types of bits and pieces of the power system and all.
Oh yeah. I do have the half-A version as well. It's a little yellow and red one. I got a couple of videos on that one, I think.
Yeah, is that the one you flew a pattern with one day? I don't think it's a full pattern, but you did some square loops, yeah, and tried some otherwise successful shapes, and so. But that was what that was, wasn't it? The half-A ring rat.
Half-A rat, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked how easy that was, the square loop. And of course, I laughed like a freaking schoolgirl after he did it. It's just the thing, just a riot. But,
had you propped it back to fly slow, or were you flying a full half-A speed? Because usually you fly half-A's pretty quick.
Actually, with the recommended prop, it's very slow. I actually propped it up a little, and I went 3 cell, which allowed me to dial back the RPM a bit.
Yeah.
And I got a fairly comfortable, probably 4.5 second lap, which for a half-A is pretty slow.
Well, that's all right for a half-A, yeah, because if any slower than that, and it's not going to keep the lines tight. Tom Creasy says he's going to be on in about 15 minutes. Hadn't seen him. Yeah, he's been out and busy lately, so it'd be good to have him back in here.
Mm-hmm. More the merrier.
Yeah.
I can't stick around too long tonight because I got to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work.
Well, that's okay. I might call this one at midnight. Anyway, midnight my time, and see if I can get a little more sleep. I'm awful tired today. It was a long, tedious weekend, but it was all for fun, so that makes it worth it.
Well, you guys had an event, didn't you?
It's in a couple of weeks, yeah. It's coming up on October the 20th. So got almost 3 weeks before that, about 2.5 weeks. And then that last week leading up to the 20th, I'll be in full on preparation mode. I hope I'm in shape for it. I've been limping around so badly I can hardly walk from one side of the room to the other. And usually I get that kind of stuff that happens to me and then clears up. Like I wake up in one morning and it's like nothing was ever wrong. So
was that arthritis? I think you shut your mic off there, Rusty. Looks like Rusty's signs there, but his mic is.
How about now?
You're back now, yeah.
Am I back now? Not sure. Not sure what happened.
Your mic was showing off.
That's strange. It turned itself off because I had my hands in my lap.
Huh.
Another YouTube mystery, but now what I was saying is I'm used to those kind of pains coming and going like nothing ever happened. You know, one morning I wake up and it's gone, but they're getting to where they last longer now. And for the past contest season or two, I've cleared up just in time to go put in some good flights, and I'm hoping that is what's going to happen this time. So I'm just doing the best I can to pretend all is well and getting prepared for it.
Well, I hope it does work out for you.
Yeah, it will. If it doesn't, it is what it is. I'll go have fun anyway. If I have to judge, you know, maybe I can do that. I started learning to judge last year, thinking that my flying days were over, and they came back, you know. So anyway.
What were you up? Were you up to? You say you're up to some fun stuff this weekend?
Yeah, my son and his family took us to a concert in Atlanta, which is about a 3.5 hour, maybe a little bit more drive at 225 miles from Columbia. And so we drove down there and went to a concert and had a good time. It was tedious. I say tedious because, you know, Holly's got that broken foot with a cast on her leg and is on that knee scooter, and it was up and down some hills, and it was strenuous getting in and settled. But once we got in, we had a great time. When it was all over, we were glad we went. We had fun, you know, the whole weekend. So it worked out good. It was just one of those kinds of fun that drains you, and I continue to be drained. So I am just recovering from too much fun, which I guess that's a good problem to have.
Stay away from the bottle.
Yeah, I gave that up. Not by instant decision, just kind of tapered off and got tired of it. Realized one day I hadn't had anything to drink in ages, and so it's kind of stayed that way. Now if I take a slug of liquor or something, it just doesn't make me feel like it used to make me feel, and I don't like it anymore. So, you know, I am happy with it that way. And now, what do we got here? We got Minnesota Mike, and you are actually in with us. Have you got audio too, Mike?
Yeah, finally.
All right. And we got Gerald. I have failed to introduce Gerald tonight. He's in with us from New Zealand, the great island country of New Zealand.
Is there an Old Zealand?
That's a good question. It sounds like an African word, actually.
Well, I kind of wonder because we got New York and there's an Old York. It's York, England.
Yeah.
We got New Jersey and there's New Jersey. You know, there's Jersey in England. I was just wondering if, you know, there is a Zealand someplace.
There is. It's up towards the top of Holland. Abel Tasman was a Dutchman that actually came down towards New Zealand, and they named the strait between the North and South Islands after him, the Tasman Sea.
Well, I can't hear anybody.
Oh, can you hear me here?
Oh, yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. It was named after Abel Tasman, and he came from, I think, Zealandia, and that's why it became New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I kind of wondered about that because usually whenever they put new on it, you know, there was some place that was old that it was named after.
Good point. Yeah. All right. Good one, Steve. I hadn't thought of it. You know, just right off the cuff, I would have heard the word Zealand and thought Africa, but just so it's a Scandinavian sort of. All right.
Yeah. Abel Tasman was an early explorer, but he didn't actually land in New Zealand, whereas Captain Cook came along, and Captain James Cook, and he really explored New Zealand and met the local inhabitants and made a real effort. But really, it was discovered well before then by the Maori that came down from the Pacific. And they're the local or indigenous inhabitants of New Zealand.
Now, were the indigenous were they like the ones from Australia there?
Different to the Aborigines there. They say they came from Hawaii, or Hawaii, which I think is really down from Hawaii. They migrated all the way down through the Pacific, and their last stop off was the Cook Islands. But they're Polynesians rather than Micronesians in Australia, a different group.
Okay.
Polynesian.
We got everybody say good afternoon to George Gonzalez. He's from Colombia, South America, joining us on the YouTube side. Good evening, George. Good afternoon to you, George. Glad you could join us.
I'm going to run and see if I can find my headset for this thing. I can't hear nobody tonight for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, because I got some questions for you when you get back. That's Minnesota Mike. Oh, George is joining the call. Okay.
So I got to figure out how to shut it up.
Yeah. There you go.
George with us.
Afternoon, how are you?
Hello, George. How are you tonight?
He was with us already, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Fine, thank you. Are you?
Very good, thank you. George joins us from Colombia, South America. That is correct, right?
Fine, thank you. Fixing my Excalibur again, but I'm fine.
Good.
And you?
Yeah, we're all going to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'm about as, like I always say, I'm about as good as I'm going to get, and I'll settle for that any day. You know? And
above ground's a good one.
Yeah, any day when you can go vertical, whenever you want to stand up's a really good day. And if you can go vertical and turn circles with a handle in your hand, then it's just a downright damn excellent day. Yeah, I'm glad Minnesota Mike's joined us tonight because he was on YouTube the other night, and I meant to ask him about the mechanic friend he's got with the Reno Racers, and I think it's the Strega, and he had invited one of those mechanics to come on and chat with us, and I was going to ask him if he was ever able to hook up with that guy, if he had accepted his invitation. And I got a friend from Cox Engine Forum. His name's David Fountain, that should be joining us soon. And I'll keep an eye out on YouTube in case he has trouble joining in. I coached him over the phone about how to get the link and get hooked up. And I think sounds like he's all set up. He knows pretty much what to do. So y'all get to meet him. He's a pretty good friend of mine. And Terry Forbes just joined.
Hey guys.
Hey Terry, how you doing today?
Good. I had trouble getting on for a while. I don't know.
Oh, John Sanchez says it's Rusty. It's Monday, Rusty. Hello. Did I say it was Friday when I opened up?
Probably.
I might have.
I tell you, you got to quit drinking.
Oh, Ron.
You say you quit,
right.
but I don't know.
Somebody must be spiking my coffee. I guess that's what it is. Or I'm a Coca-holic. I guess you could get muddled in the brain from drinking too much Coca-Cola.
I don't know if you guys can see, can you see that pretty good?
I can see it, yeah. Let me click on it.
I peeled all the monocoat or plastic coat or whatever you want to call it off this SV11. It cracked. You can't see it anymore because I got it fixed and everything, but it cracked up right through here, up into there. Only thing that was holding it was the covering. And I found that out because a piece blew off the front thing. And I said, well, I'll fix it. Well, it was so oil soaked that I took about 2 weeks to get all this stuff out of there, all the oil out of the deal. And I rebuilt the whole bottom of it, made it different. And
did you just draw the oil out with acetone or something?
With acetone, and then hold on a second.
Some people say they use K2R carpet cleaner too.
Yeah, that shit's too expensive.
Daryl had a good thing that he used, didn't you, Daryl?
Yep.
This past winter, wasn't it?
What's that you got there in the bag, Steve?
This is it says Omnicar, but it's the same stuff that that filler powder that like Randy Smith sells and stuff.
You like micro balloons and stuff?
No, it polycarbonate. What the hell they call that shit?
Is it Cabicil?
No, it's not Cabicil.
No.
Let me see what is this filler powder that?
Microballoons.
No, it's not micro balloons either. It's some kind of carbonate. It's what they use in vinyl siding. It's a thing, and yeah, my mind's gone. I've been drinking too much. I knew the damn name of this shit, and I can't think of it now.
That'll pop to you before it's all over.
When nobody's around.
Yeah.
Calcium carbonate?
Yeah, maybe it's calcium carbonate.
Yeah.
And it's just a filler, and it's real dry. And I heated it and used acetone to try to get some of it out. Then took that, mixed it with acetone, and put it on there. And what I found is that when it dries the wood, you can't get the shit hardly off the wood. But when there's still oil under it, if you took a piece of balsa wood, it'll just come off and be back down to shiny, oily balsa. So I kept going and going until I got all the oil soaked out of the wood. It was just a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it sounds kind of frustrating.
You know, and then I blended the back and the front end. I used 30 seconds ply, made a big patch. I ended up cutting out part of it because the plywood soaked worse than the balsa wood, and nothing would stick to it. It just like it loosened up the glue or however it did it.
It gets in that pithy core. It gets in that core, and then the glue comes apart. And it'll creep its way back into the wood. It's just, always around, especially on a profile, the laminates. Like if you don't seal those real well inside the engine mounts, that oil gets in there in between that plywood, and it goes like cancer all the way back. And then things start vibrating, and oh man, delaminating.
Yeah, that's my inside there. I took and I coated it all with epoxy with laminated
good then.
epoxy. So that's all done. And then I got rid of the pipe tunnel. I don't know if you guys can kind of, and just ended it there. So I could put a solid piece back in here and really stiffen all this up.
Looks good. Looks very nice.
But this will.
Tom Creasy, you've been out for a while. What you been up to lately?
Well, I did go to that cancer fundraiser, that RC deal there. Boy, I tell you what, they had a lot of planes there, a lot of jets.
Are you an RC flyer?
No, but I set up and put up my little sign that said control line guy, and I had a bunch of building tools and odds and end things, you know, and every time one of them guys come around, I'd show them how we build them.
Oh, cool.
And
yeah,
there was like 150 pilots there, and there was only like 5 of them that flew control line.
Really?
Yeah. And
boy, it'd been cool if you'd had a video monitor showing some pattern flying and carrier and things, you know, behind you while you were sitting there talking to them.
Done that. I could have brought my laptop and plugged it into my truck.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was great.
So was this a fundraiser?
Yeah, for kids' cancer.
Okay.
And yeah, I saw a jet there that was $30,000.
Holy shit!
How many motors?
Just one.
Just one. Woo.
Just one.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Yeah, I saw some airplanes. I saw an airplane that I asked the guy, I said, hey, can I get on the list to get a ride? I mean, it was that big.
Yeah. Some of the RC planes are amazingly big. Looks like you could throw a saddle over them and they could take you for a ride. Like pony rides, only RC airplane rides.
Yeah, it was something else.
Well, that was like when I was at Toledo here 4 years ago. They had a cigar racer there. And it had 2 miniaturized Caterpillar 400 horsepower diesel motors that was shrunk down to quarter size or something like that. And they said that damn thing was going to be $36,000 a guy paid for it. And I'm like, if I spend $36,000 on a boat, my ass is going to be able to go in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
One thing I come across a lot, none of them guys, I mean, there was only a handful of guys that built their planes. The rest of them, these guys, they don't build planes.
Fly in beer coolers.
They just buy them already built, you know.
Yeah. Buy and fly. Yeah, my buddy Wayne calls them flying beer coolers because they're styrofoam.
Hey, I build a bunch of those airframes. Listen.
Well, no,
I build a bunch. Otherwise, there are a lot of ARFs.
There was a lot of fiberglass, you know, shells put together. That's all them jets were there.
Oh, you know, Bob Violet builds some of the most beautiful jet models, and he's right up here in northern Florida. I mean, just fantastic stuff with pneumatic brakes, and oh man.
Yep, this is what this big high dollar one had.
Yeah.
But he didn't build it. He bought it that way. He bought the.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, a lot of them. It used to be in the old days. A friend of mine, he knew Bob Violet and all that, but when we were into RC pattern, they would make the fuselages, fiberglass fuselages and all that kind of stuff, and then you bought them. Then you had to put in your firewalls and couplers and all that kind of stuff and sand them, paint them, you know, make the wing and all that stuff. But, yeah, Bob Violet, he used to make all kinds of fuselages at one time for...
Oh, yeah.
For more than... He got into jets, but before that, he was doing a lot of nice stuff in RC pattern and stuff like that.
Yep. I
Scale.
think he even made fuselages for some of Dave Platt models too.
Yep.
We got a new visitor.
That was the
drop in
days
on us.
in Hanno Pretner and Chip Hyde and stuff, right?
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah, I used to fly some pattern then.
We got a new visitor that dropped in on us. Thomas Inzana says hi. He's new here, but there's a guy in Panama City that just produced a drone that a human can fly. And I'm not so sure I hadn't read about that. There's a couple of human carrying multi-rotors that I've seen in science news lately.
Hey,
But
Jamie,
anyway,
I seen your flight on YouTube. It was a good flight.
Who are you talking about?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh. Hey, Jamie.
Hey.
Hey, it was a good flight on YouTube.
That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I got to catch up on all of y'all's YouTube exploits. So you doing some more pattern flying, Jamie? Got the full pattern down yet?
Yeah, the video I uploaded yesterday was me flying the beginner pattern. And then I acquired this big crossing right here.
Oh, is that what, I thought you were flying a Ringmaster.
Oh, no, this is a Mentor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Got a foam wing with ribs and all that flaps and everything.
A Mentor.
I thought it was a Ringmaster too.
Yeah, I swear to God, it said Ringmaster on your video or whatever.
No, this one's not on the video. My camera died before I could take it fly to that one.
Oh.
Yeah, you were doing the
I've never
overhead.
flown anything that big. And my God, that thing pulls. 40 LA on it.
Oh yeah. Well, you think it's pulling too much? You know, like it doesn't have to pull real hard. You know, just
No,
enough so
like-
your lines are taut when you're overhead. I mean, you can't stay up there forever. But you know.
Put it this way. It did like flying that and jump to the Ringmaster. I don't even feel the Ringmaster at all compared to that.
Oh yeah.
That thing has some authority with
it. Well, it might have too much pull, you know.
No.
What's the
How
offset?
much side thrust do you have in it?
Oh yeah. That thing has some authority with it. There's none on the rudder.
It might have too much pull, you know.
And
What's the offset?
it's only got about 1 degree, if that.
Oh yeah.
Not on the rudder.
What kind of lap times are you flying?
Well, with this one, almost got like 2 flights on it. So
Hey, Dave.
1 degree.
Hey,
Somebody's audio feeding
My
back.
buddy, Dave. Just show his face pop up.
Well, with this almost got like 2 flights on it.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, you hear me?
Somebody's audio.
Yeah. Buddy, Dave. You got to turn your YouTube feed off in the background. It's looping. So go back to the YouTube and turn that video off. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. This is David Fountain, a good friend of mine. Looks like he's got his microphone muted for the moment. He was talking just a minute ago, but otherwise known as TD Bandit on the forums. I'm going to try to turn your microphone on from here, Dave. Boom. Let's see what happens.
But yeah,
Nothing's happening.
I didn't fly to get a lap time on it. The first flight, the clips on my handle, when the bottom one came loose, I felt the plane jerk. And I look at the handle and the clip's barely hanging on. So I'm like, God damn it. This is going to be a long flight with almost like a 3/4 of a 4-ounce tank going in circles.
Wow.
I got lucky.
Hey, Dave.
But,
Let me try to get Dave working here.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, if you'll mouse up near the top of the video screen, you'll see a row of controls.
Yeah, I just got a, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. Sometimes if your mic or camera doesn't work, if you just
All right, there you go.
turn them off and back on, they'll start. So you look good now. Well, good as you ever looked. But
you look tired, Jamie. That little girl been keeping you up at night?
No, I actually sleep pretty good through all that.
Yeah.
how's your wife holding up? She getting run ragged?
She's tired.
Good.
But yeah, that maneuvers, it feels like it's just gonna fall out the sky. It goes so slow, you know, it's just so soft. You know.
Which maneuver are you talking about?
What's that?
Which one feels like it's falling out of your maneuvers?
Oh, that Mentor, that big one. And I know it's not because I've never flown a plane with flaps, and that one has it. So it feels totally different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally different.
If it seems loose up top, move your lead outs a little more forward and see if that doesn't help. It'll reduce your horizontal pull when you're flying flat laps, but when you go straight overhead, it'll tighten them up.
Yeah. Hopefully, this Saturday I'll be able to maiden out the Firecat. That's the plan. If the NVA comes in time, I'm gonna fly the Firecat. If not, it's gonna wait for next weekend.
Them RC guides, when I was there, they had no idea. Most of them said, I never knew a control line could be so sophisticated. They never knew that there were so many different adjustments on a control line.
Did you tell them about pattern flying and all of the things we have?
Oh yeah, I did my beginner pattern, and
good.
It was like, wow. And I said, you try it. I said, 4 feet off the ground, do yourself a figure 8.
Get any takers?
I'll try it with your plane.
Yeah.
Did you get any takers?
Nope. But I watched some wow, the amazing stuff that they can do with that 3D stuff.
The RC official pattern is just amazing.
Yeah, it is. I fly RC myself, so.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
So many more things with an RC plane. We can't roll a control line plane where they can do all sorts of rolls.
Dude, they was flat spinning,
Yeah.
spinning in a
I still need to bring my helicopter up to the field and fly it. So.
Oh, there was one of them there. That thing was just like.
Yeah. I open my car door, stand behind it while I watch them through the window.
That's right.
Because if something on that helicopter broke and the pilot had no control, it could come at you so fast I'll let back up.
Those are dangerous. I agree. Those are very dangerous.
That's a big chopper.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, listen, Dave, if somebody's holding something up that you want to see and just lock in onto them, click on their little picture at the bottom, and then you'll be able to zoom in on them and look, and then unclick when you're through looking at them, and it'll go back to whoever's talking gets the big screen.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll do that. About the only thing I have here, I'm over at my dad's house recovering from that surgery, so I'm not in my shop. I've got a bunch of control line stuff myself. So.
Yeah, that's okay. If I want to show anything, I have to bring it in from the shop and have it here to show too. I'd like to be able to broadcast from the shop, but I due to my computer needs where I'm hosting the show from, I can't get it out there.
Yeah, before long I'll be doing these down in my shop while I'm working.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I've got one more job left.
Hey, come on, Winter.
I've got one more job left. One more tough.
Come on, Tom.
That's right.
Our Sunday mornings would never be the same again.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see your old building coats holding up though. The official building bathrobe that Tom wears.
Yep.
Between microwave, coffee, and cigarettes, he got that robe.
You can click on me, man. I'll show it to you. See?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, Hugh Hefner died last week.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of it.
Is that Tom Petty died today?
Yeah,
he did.
Petty
Yeah.
died too.
I didn't know that. I heard that. I heard he went to the hospital.
But
I heard he
he's
went to the hospital, but he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah, did he finally die? Last time I heard, he was on life support.
Well,
They pulled him
he
life
passed.
or something. I don't know. It was on YouTube.
I'll be darned.
Who knows for sure? I haven't seen it on the news because it's all been about that gunman there in Las Vegas.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah, that's where, Dane Martin is in Las Vegas, and they got a pretty good contingent of control liners out there, but hadn't seen Dave on here lately. I mean, Dane on here lately.
I talked to Dane a couple hours ago. He's all right. He don't live that far. He lives a ways from, but not that far.
Yeah.
Just an awful thing.
Yeah, they said now he's up there up 42 guns he's got. That guy had.
Yeah,
Was
and
he,
nobody knows how it got into the hotel. He had accomplices, man. That's
I don't know.
You guys have been
Yeah,
there, haven't you?
what kind
Those
of video
hotels
footage they've got too.
have so much security. Absolutely.
He just carried. He was there for 3 days. He just carried them in a suitcase. Couple
And he
here,
built
couple
a
there.
platform. He built platforms in the room.
Were they all the same rifles?
No.
Or was
No,
they said it was between 308 and 223 and various.
so I guess he just had them all loaded and ready, and he was going one from the next every time he ran out of ammo, because they said he was reloading fast.
Yeah.
So rather than reloading, he was probably just switching guns.
Clips.
If someone like that is, something had to go wrong with the mind.
Did you see the interview with his brother?
Yeah, the brother was upset.
He was just flummoxed. He couldn't understand what could have possibly gone wrong with this guy.
Well, they said
I know what went wrong for him.
He was a millionaire, they said.
Veterans here. Yeah, he was a millionaire. Have you guys been around M16s at all? Have you?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An AR-15.
Did that automatic rate of fire sound correct to you? Because I believe he was using bump stocks and those galloping triggers and stuff.
It didn't sound like a norm. It didn't sound like an AK, and it didn't sound like
the cyclic rate was not right.
I was thinking maybe
slow.
I was thinking maybe caliber, but I don't know. What does a BAR sound like? Does it shoot faster than that?
No, it's slower. That's the old 30-06 Browning automatic rifle. Late World War I, all through World War II in Korea, and even a few in Vietnam in the real early days. But then they went to the M60, which is 308.
Well, they said he had them guns mounted on tripods.
Yeah.
Yep. We had a couple tripods there. Well, they're called bipods, I thought.
Yeah. Well, he had them rigged up on platforms and.
Yeah, I just think it's an awful deal.
Yeah, well, when Hillary doesn't win for president, you kind of get pissed off at the world, I guess.
Well, what it said that his brother's saying he didn't know nothing about this or whatever, but there's been some reports like neighbors or people that known him said he was a big time hater and stuff. He just hated everything and
so more stuff comes out now. I
haven't heard that yet, but
it's out there. That Natifa stuff and his girlfriend, her old boyfriend was so radical. I think he was jailed in prison. So,
now this girlfriend is supposedly out of the country right now.
Yeah, and she says she's
Japan.
Back. Yeah, she may come back voluntarily.
When was the last time they were seen together? Because that wasn't clear to me. But there were a lot of reports.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear. But anyway.
Now, how many of y'all use RSM tanks?
RSM is that Rotoflows?
I've used them. I used like a chicken hopper on some of the real old short-nosed airplanes, Fox 35s.
Man, I got a chicken hopper tank. Is there something I don't know anything about them? Is to fill them, to run your motor? Is it different?
It just draws off that small tank, so it keeps it running pretty much the same through the whole flight.
Yeah, it's just a little reservoir to keep it from sucking air in maneuvers, I think, right? Is that right, Steve?
Well, what happens is that when the tank is full, there's a lot of, centrifugal force, a lot of pressure on that.
Yep.
So when they put the little chicken hopper on there, that more or less balances the tank out from full to empty.
Okay, so if I have a 4-ounce tank with a chicken hopper, I put 2.5, 2 3/4 ounces in. I start it normally and everything, same pressure. It's good.
Yeah, I think you pretty much treat it the same as you do any metal tank.
Yeah, any other tank, as long as there's enough fuel in there to hit the pickup.
Maybe that's what my problem is.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I think
short
2.5 ounces in there would be enough, wouldn't it?
You'd think so, but I know it depends on a lot of things. I've had tanks to where I've had to go more than half, and I have tanks that I can go less than half and it'll pick it up, and I don't know how that works. I think because it's set and tail down, and it moves that fuel to the back.
And there's no centrifugal force sitting on the ground either.
Right.
So if you short tank it, it's liable to run out sooner than you expect. Once it's in the air, though, it should be able to draw all of the fuel back out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
never used, if the nose is long enough, I can put a standard tank on there. I always use it. But if it's like for a flight streak or something like that, and if you want like 4 ounces, the only way you can really kind of do it is them real wide tanks, and you get some real good head pressure with the centrifugal force on it, and that chicken hopper helps. Chicken hopper.
And RSM tanks always come with the plumbing like 3 foot long out of it.
Well, because a lot of times you can, that's for a profile, ain't it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, Eric or whoever makes them for him does it, because it just depends. You just don't know what kind of plane you're going to be putting it in. So in case you got to do any external plumbing coming out of the fuselage before it built up or whatever, that's my guess.
That looks
well,
like
the other thing is on them long ones, you can take a 16th inch, I think it's 8th inch drill bit or something, slide inside that tubing and start bending it and pulling it out, and you can bring that up around stuff when it's that long.
Yeah.
You can kind of.
I figured it just give you it's kind of like an optional thing that you can do with it, if need be. If you don't need them that long, just cut them.
Yeah. A lot of times I'll take that and bend it up and above the engine and back out straight again, so it's in the airflow for the uniflow.
Yeah, because this is a little 3-ounce stubby uniflow I got for the Firecat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. They're that long, you can either cut them off, because all you got to do is take a file and file a slot in it and then pop it off there. Or you can, like I said, take a drill bit, slide in there, and then you can form that and bring it wherever you want it, into the airstream, out of the airstream. Easy for you to get your cap on and off.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping to find a solution to the tank on my twister. I'd like another 1/2 ounce, and it has to fit on a cutout. So chicken hopper might be the answer, but hell, with Huntersville coming up, I better get off my ass and finding it.
When's Huntersville coming up?
The 20th.
Yep, that's what, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, we're leaving a week from Wednesday for Texas.
Is that the F2B?
Yeah, that thing for the qualifier for the World Championships.
Excellent. Cool.
Yeah,
cool,
that's
cool.
only like 6 hours away from me.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it's in Dallas. It's like 6 hours away from me, give or take.
It's it says 17 hours and 10 minutes. But
Ooh,
I don't
that's a
think that
drive.
GPS knows how many times I got to stop to pee and stuff, so it ain't calculated in there.
Hey, Jamie, how's the voodoo? I've got mine here. You want to see it?
That looks good.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, let me.
Sure do, man.
Well, here's the. This is the. This is a combat cat. Okay, this is the top flight's answer to the voodoo. But you see the way the tank's mounted?
Yeah. I got that little combat kitten.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we got a full house tonight. We've had 9 people on here for the past 10 or 15 minutes.
Holy smokes, that's excellent.
That's another record. We've had 9 briefly before, but now I got the full complement tonight. How you doing tonight, Charles?
And I hate to say this, but I gotta go because I gotta put some super fill on that SB11 so I can start painting it tomorrow. But
right, Steve.
And I can't hold my phone and do that at the same time.
Yeah.
I understand.
So,
that.
All right.
I'll see you guys Friday. Maybe I'll show you a picture of it painted.
Oh,
Sounds
excellent.
good.
Cool.
All right, man.
Take it easy, man.
Later.
Take it easy.
All right.
Now, Terry, is the tank you have on the Voodoo and your combat cat the same?
Yes, sir. A number 11.
A number 11 perfect tank, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at, let's see, I say I'm looking at it this moment. I had it up the other day. Brodak's tanks.
You know, they say that they have
it.
it. Yeah, they say they have it, but they don't really have a picture of it except up in the little explanation of the metal tank. But hey, Charles.
Hey, what's up, Terry?
Charles is going to teach me how to make a metal tank.
Yes, I can definitely do that. But the guy at Brodak, I met the guy that makes the tanks there, James. They say they have it. I'm sure they do. If they don't have it, I forgot the guy's name. But
they have all the perfect stampings and everything.
Yeah, I actually watched them make a tank. I mean, they got all the machinery there and all these formers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Matter of fact, if you watch the tour on Stunthangar, I actually took that video, and you can see him making a tank. You can see how they put kits together.
Yeah, that was a good video.
Pretty amazing operation.
You can make any tank you want.
Right, any tank you want, and anything you want. If anything, he might want you to send a picture with some description of the specifications, the measurements, and he can make it up for you. I mean, one guy wanted a clunk tank with a screw-on cap. He said one time, and he made a clunk tank with like your quart cans of fuel. Yeah, it has that same cap on it, so you can go inside there and change the.
The tether car racers used to have fuel tanks like that.
Oh, okay.
No, the little twist cap. Here, see, I can see the ones I'm looking at. All right, y'all got me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, look here, bro. They got a 2.5 ounce rectangle.
Okay.
That's pretty close to. I mean, I know it's not the 4 ounce like you got, but I mean the way how the vents are is close to the same like the one you got.
You're just gonna get just a little over half of the flight time.
Yeah, I see. You got a 2.5 ounce, and you got a 3
3 3/4 ounce would work.
So I mean, those would probably work okay.
Yeah, like I said, if you told me you wanted that same tank, but you wanted an inch longer, he could do it for you.
Man, very cool.
Or,
I'm going to make my own stuff.
Basically, an ounce per inch. For the most part, most tanks are an ounce per inch.
Look there. Here's the little one.
Oh, that's the
kitten.
Yeah, combat kitten.
I need to
like, does that have an 049 on it?
It will, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one hanging here. Well, I showed it to you already. Yeah, I don't do the half A's too much. Once in a while, but I have been flying the heck out of that. The Flight Streak, the Combat Cat, and the Nobler with that 40 Brodak in it.
Yeah, Pat King puts out this kit for like under $30 a kit. You know, all laser.
That's not bad.
Oh no, I mean
Not
it's.
bad.
I put this together, and I mean, obviously, I ain't gonna do it in a day, but I mean, the
Well,
fit
when
was
we
pretty
were without power, this is the plane that I built. My wife was yelling at me. I'm out here in the workshop with one of these little LED, it looks like a little old time lantern, right? And the wind's blowing outside. We got no power, and I'm out here with two of those little LED lanterns building away.
Very good.
It's a Junior Satan, and I had this 15 medallion. Now, Rusty's the expert on these things, but it's the red plastic Venturi motor.
Yeah. Actually, my buddy over there, Dave, is more of an expert on them than I am.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. I love how you put that spinner on those combat planes. I just love it.
Yeah. I started that way for myself long time ago because I inherited one of these old centrifugal force starters from. I live close to the field where everybody flew, so I got to take the thing home. So they kind of, I would always ask them in the club. I was I was an AMA member, but I was definitely the youngest guy there. And I'd say, well, don't I owe any dues? And they go, oh no, you help us out. It's good. But when they had their first winter, like banquet thing, I was shocked to get invited. And I was like 9, and my mother says, well, I'll drop you off. And it was down at this at the Elks Club and everything.
Well, that's amazing.
These guys were so generous to me, and a lot of these old men that unfortunately they got ill and died before I really got to know them. They really took care of me. I mean, I got so much stuff. Like they all went through their boxes and gave me little tools, and I don't know, but it was just real special for a young kid at the time. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, but I like the spinners. Even when Wiley Wooten designed the Voodoo, it just kind of rounded at the front. You just had that big, crankshaft and a nut out there, and I thought, man, I don't like that.
Yeah, because I fly with a lot of combat guys, and I don't see any planes like yours. Or even as pretty as yours. So I'm going to do my best to get to Huntersville, and then I'm going to get somewhere out west where I can rendezvous with you and Wally and whoever else is out west. Great.
But a lot of these planes, like except for this one, like my bigger combat ship, the one that I designed, when that 46 LA came out, I literally built a combat ship around it. And that's the one I pulled the videotape with. And I made some new lines for the Nobler the other day. And when I had them all stretched out and the tape measure and everything, I pulled out, I wanted to make a copy of my long lines. They're 74 feet, and I think I'm going to make the next set longer.
Oh, really?
Because my big combat plane just flies through that like a hot knife through butter, man. And I'm pulling streamers and stuff. I'm telling you, if I could use that to compete with, I'd blow Bob Hunt out of the fucking pond. But
Unfortunately,
it's unfair because it's not doesn't fit the criteria. I get it.
Your insurance wouldn't be covered either. You know that, right?
No, I get it, man. That's why I'm flying on private property.
All right.
Like I don't do that at the park, but I've been flying the last few days on private property, and it's just nice. Just nice.
Yeah, I know where I can get a junior state and kind of cheap. I'm just keeping it on the low
What do you
now.
mean the insurance don't cover?
Oh, because you're over the 70-foot lines.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you made maximum 70-foot lines.
70 foot.
And I believe we're talking about center of the plane to center of the handle.
That's
so we're not
correct.
even talking eyelet to eyelet.
Doesn't Banjock fly a big streak on 80?
Say it again?
Doesn't Banjock fly a giant flight streak on 80-foot lines?
I'm sure it does probably have 80-foot lines. That's like, I mean, talk about a big plane. That is one hell of a flight streak.
Yeah, it
and
is.
He's back on his heels, holding on with both hands when he flies that.
Has everybody seen that picture of Dan Banjock's fly streak? Because I have it.
Yeah,
I could find it.
I've seen it. I don't think I have a copy of it though.
So Charles, did I send you a photo of the aluminum, what I call tuning fork motor mount for the like I'm doing one for the 60 powered Oriental, and I'm not designing that plane to necessarily go out and fly an AMA pattern. I'm designing it to have the power as close to my combat plane, but in more of a conventional looking airplane.
Yeah,
but
you know, a streak is a slow combat plane.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, here's one of these. This is one I made for the Cardinal. Listen to this. Listen.
Wow, beautiful.
It rings for about a friggin' minute.
That is beautiful.
I can still hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, it rings for about a friggin' minute.
It's raining up. Rain good.
That is beautiful.
What is that?
Well, it's a here. Let me show you. Let me unmic a second, and I'll put these planes away, and I'll show you what I'm doing here.
All right. Yeah, it's a motor mount.
Oh.
Is anybody interested in seeing that fly streak, that Banjock fly streak? I have a couple of pictures.
Yeah,
show them if you want. Wally's trying to join us, but he hadn't gotten in yet. I've been looking at his avatar for a minute, but there he went. Maybe he'll get in directly. Whatever that means. That's a Southern expression. He'll be here directly.
Okay. All right. There's the new. That's the Profile Oriental.
Oh, very nice.
It's got the 61 Brodak motor, the Avistar, but the deal is that metal plate. See, that's one of those tuning fork plates, and then on the other side, of course, I've slightly embedded the blind nuts and so on.
Oh, very nice.
And,
I've done that before.
Yeah, well, it being as I'm moving everything by, well, I guess it's a little over 1/8 inch thickness. I don't remember the thickness of the aluminum, but I'm going to build up that side of the fuselage, and then just adjust it when I mount it on the wing. And like most good control line planes, like the ones that people say do so great in the wind, like the Voodoo, it has an extra bay on the inside wing.
Right.
So that your fuselage is actually outside, so that the plane, when in slow flight, wants to turn away from the lines.
That was
the inboard side has 5 ribs. The outboard has 4 ribs.
Correct.
I have that.
And on the big plane, it has 6 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just counting by
they
the
don't
ones
do them like that anymore, do they? That was an old-time stunt thing from way back, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, well, this year.
Well, I don't know where it started, but I can tell you something.
My Stuka I got's old time legal, and it's got an extra rib on the inboard wing.
Absolutely.
Hi, Wally.
Oh, gentlemen.
Oh, there he
Finally
is.
got
Oh, hey, Wally, you finally made it. How you doing tonight?
Late getting in here. Terry, I screwed up today.
Can't hardly hear you.
Yeah, your microphone's not turned up enough.
Or something. How you doing over there, Jorge?
Fine. Working.
Oh, y'all lock in on Charles's frame and look at that big black flight streak Banjock's holding up.
I am
Oh, look at that.
also.
That's a big sucker.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
That's a big plane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she got lovely hair, though.
It's got red-headed engine. It's got a red-headed engine on it. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I call it 5'2" of attitude. That's the kind of engine I call it. Oh, the plane. My bad.
Gentlemen. Hey, David, I don't think I met you before.
Yeah, I'm Rusty's friend from the Cox Engine Forum.
Oh, well, great.
Oh,
Good to
very
have you,
cool.
man. Nice.
Yeah, I'm the one that ended up dropping my motorcycle. I ended up in the hospital with a hernia surgery.
Oh, okay. Well, everything's good.
Yeah, it's good. I'm still hurting a little bit, but you know, it could be worse. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're out of the hospital. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I hate hospitals.
You and me both.
Same here.
Yeah, they tend not to get along with me very well.
I didn't mind my stay in it too much, but I was on all kind of shit too.
Yeah, on that big flight streak, that looked like a 91. It's got to be a 91 size.
Yeah, I don't remember what side. I don't think I even asked him. I was just so excited to meet Dan Banjock. I've been watching him on video announcing videos, having more fun than it should be legal.
Yeah.
And I was just excited to meet him.
Yeah, he's all about fun. He comes down to Huntersville almost every October with the Philly Flyers.
Yeah, he's actually all those Philly Flyers have fun. I mean,
they're a great group. Great group.
Yeah, and I got Phil Cartier emailed me tonight and asked me to pass the word along that he was not going to make it to Huntersville this year. He's just he's been having too much fun all summer and has worn slam out, and so they're gonna take this October off and maybe be back next summer and do the whole thing over again. But for anybody that knows the Philly Flyers, I believe Phil's one of them. Is that right? But Phil's a combat guy, mainly a combat guy. But he asked me to pass the word that he's all right, but he's just too worn slam out to make it to the contest this year. So I'm letting as many people know as I can who are possibly interested in Huntersville.
And you need to do Huntersville like the weekend after ours. We need to do ours the weekend after y'all's.
Yeah, and now our May contest is usually the first weekend in May, and it's a smaller contest, but it's a lot of fun, and the weather is usually beautiful. Except this year we had a 25-mile-an-hour wind both days.
Wow, that's really fun to fly in.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I've flown in a contest with that kind of wind.
Me too.
I got the pattern points. I got the pattern points in one of my two officials on Sunday, so I was happy with that. Managed to come home with second place. Mike Lunke, squeezed me out of first place.
One of these days, I'm going to make it in the Huntersville Car Contest.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed half A day this year. That's too bad.
Yeah, I know. I got that F-82 I was wanting to bring and everything. So, of course, it wasn't quite ready yet, but got to sync up those two Black Widows. It's going to be a nice flyer when it's done. So,
is that on a Brodak kit?
Yes, a Brodak F82, half AF 82.
Yeah,
neat. Really neat.
I've got one with a golden bee on it and a black widow on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Rusty, did you get a fly both days?
Did I do what? Oh,
did you get
am
a
I
fly
going
both
to?
days? No. Over the weekend, did you get a fly both days?
Oh, no, this weekend I went down to Atlanta. My son got us tickets for a concert down there. So me and my wife and his family all met up in Atlanta and went to a concert.
Oh,
and
great. I'm glad you wasn't in Vegas.
I'm tired
good thing you weren't
after
in
the weekend,
Vegas.
but I'm tired from having too much fun. So I guess that's acceptable.
Right on.
Yeah. No, I hadn't flown in a couple of weeks now. I'm hoping I can get out soon, but I've been limping around so bad it's questionable of whether or not I can actually fly right now. So hoping it'll clear up before the contest. I'd like to get some practice time before the contest, but whatever happens, I'll take it in stride.
Cool.
It's been a month since I've flown, so I know the feeling.
Probably been 3 weeks since I've flown.
The last time I was in primary force, so.
Yeah, Gerald, did you get out? Gerald, did you get to fly the last few days?
I don't know if he's...
Which one's Gerald?
Gerald's the one waving, but we've got no.
You must not be able to hear me.
I could barely hear you, Gerald, but not much at all.
I'll try changing my microphone.
Oh, there's Gerald. There he is.
Yeah.
And now he lost the.
Oh crap! Now we lost him.
He's just resetting everything. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Did you get to go flying, Gerald?
Yeah, we've had a bit of flying, but we're hoping for some better weather.
Yeah.
If the weather clears, we've mowed our flying site. I'll hopefully get some models out because the boys are on school holiday now.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent. Their mum's at home, so we might be able to do some flying at home. But we just seem to be hitting one bad weekend after another where it's not good flying weather.
Yeah.
So if we can fly at home when the weather's good, it's great. But we've got a few contests coming up soon. And with my broken arm, it's going to make things a challenge. It's a bit hard to drive. I have to leave all the driving to my wife.
How'd you break your arm, Gerald?
Sorry?
How'd you break your arm?
Oh, I was trimming a tree branch and I got a bit too complacent. I just lopped down a couple of large trees and I just thought I'll trim off this branch here. It's got a broken bit on it and it fell the wrong way and came back and hit me and my arm went into the ladder and broke it.
Uh-oh.
So it wasn't a fall. We're relatively soft, us humans. We don't stand up too well to flying tree branches.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah. It's always the little things that bite you. So.
Yeah.
Well, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Better.
I went to take your box down to the post office, and you won't believe this. That box is so big, they said it's going to cost me $65 to ship it.
You know, you can do it, I think, cheaper through FedEx or something.
That's what I'll do. Well, I went over to UPS, and they said, well, we can do it for $50, but I threw out some cash, and they said, we don't take cash.
What?
Yep. October 2nd, today, they no longer take cash.
Wow.
No kidding. So I said, well, I'm going to have to go to the bank. Well, I never made it over the bank in time. So anyway, I'll go deposit that money in the bank, and then tomorrow I'll go hit them, and then I'll hit FedEx.
I included a little something extra in there for our build.
I seen that.
For your
Thank
plane.
you.
But if that shipping should cost you more, or like if it cost you to put cardboard around the box, whatever, just let me know and I'll send you some more money, man.
You know what I did?
It's not an issue. I mean, I'm not made of money, but I do not want you to you're very fair with the price you gave me. So
Well,
if it costs you more in the shipping, I mean, it's like when I sent that plane to Shug as a gift. I mean, he offered to pay for the shipping. I had to make a box and everything. It still was like, shit, it was close to $50 to mail a combat plane from Florida to Minnesota. I mean,
yeah, it's
how ridiculous.
It's crazy.
How
I
long?
said,
How long is the box?
The
well,
box was 42
this is
inches.
about this box is probably closer to 50, 54 inches.
Yeah.
But it's the, well, in my SUV, it takes up the whole seat. And anyway, I thought I was shipping them for like $25. Well, I might have been a few years ago, but now you don't ship a box like that for $25.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's no big deal, Terry. I mean, we made our deal. Our deal's our deal. We'll just go with what we got.
No, but listen, but if the shipping costs more, if the game changed and it's not your fault,
well,
I don't care,
But I'll go over to FedEx tomorrow and see what they can do, and
Okay.
if it's more than UPS, then I'll go over to, because all I got to do is just go across the street.
Yeah.
I'll just take it over to UPS and get it on its way tomorrow. So it'll probably take at least a week to get to your place, because it's a big box. They'll have to go on every airplane, every truck to get it there,
Don't worry about it. As long, hey, listen, the oxen is slow, but the earth is patient. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is this is the same box as the way I got it. I didn't open it. I didn't do nothing. It's supposed to be brand new, and if I remember right, I could be wrong. It seemed like it was still factory sealed.
Oh, excellent.
I might be wrong on that, but anyway, it's a brand new airplane kit.
Are they requiring you to wrap it in brown paper or put it in other cardboard, or can they ship it just in the airplane box?
Well, it's got a box made over the factory box.
Oh,
and
cool.
that's the box that I never opened.
Oh,
so
cool.
Anyway, what I did is I just pasted a brand new label cardboard thing on top of their label.
Excellent.
and did our label thing on it, and I was headed down there, but I had no idea that they wouldn't take cash. I was already good cash, man.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
It's like, who in the world turns down cash?
You
Are
know
you
why
kidding
they can't
me?
take
Yeah,
cash?
that's hard to
They
believe,
can't
isn't
trust their employees.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Just what the hell's this world going to?
All going to plastic.
Yep.
You ain't kidding on that.
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
Tom.
there, all right.
Going to that damn chip.
Yeah, that's what they want to do.
Shipping costs. There's something with shipping that's just weird. I do aquariums. I have for years. So I've got this big aquarium planned when I move, and everything's shaping up nice. So I want to get this. My dream fish is this Asian red arowana. Does anybody know what those are? Have you
I
ever
know
seen one or
arowanas
heard of
are.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
arowanas
there's a
are.
guy on YouTube that had one.
Yeah, so they have these Asian reds, not the silver, they're red. So they have these farms where they raise them in Bangkok. And I started corresponding with this farm, and they've sent me videos of the fish I can choose from, and they guarantee live shipment by DHL.
Okay.
And I can get a super red. It's like $2,200.
Jeez.
But, I found one in Orlando, and it's like $3,500.
Wow.
And I thought, there's no way. Even if I smuggled it into the house and I made the money on the side, I couldn't keep it from my wife because I'm the world's worst liar. And that would be the end of it. She'd probably fillet it.
Here's your dinner.
Juicy out of it.
Anyway,
wow.
But they guarantee live shipment in like a 72-hour time period. And the DHL man is at the house when you open the box, If the fish is alive, he leaves. If it's dead, he takes it back. They send you another one.
Wow.
I don't know.
Man.
They got a great track record, a lot of positive feedback.
So did Mike. He got on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's back.
Good
He
deal.
was with us earlier.
Yeah, I thought I saw a little sign that said, see you later.
He says he can't get back in. He just emailed me.
Well, I had to try it like 3 times before I got in.
Me too.
We'll head off soon because our boys are running around. But I've got my wife to come on and say hello. And
hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Pleasure.
I'm Gerald's wife. And
Which
I'm holding Alina.
Alina, well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
All right.
Nice to meet you too. You've
Pleasure.
met our boys. And this is the plane that Gerald made for me when we were first dating. And he got me to fly and he taught me how to fly. It took me a year to learn how to fly straight and level. I was a really slow learner. But we're still flying together and we're married now and we've got 2 boys. So it's a hobby that brought us together and has kept us together.
Well, you got an
Excellent.
awesome family.
Well, that's a nice story.
How romantic.
Yeah.
So nice
Beautiful
to meet
family.
you all. Nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you
Our
too.
pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Is my mic gone? No, it's gone.
Yeah, I might head off so other people can get on because you've got a full house. And that way I'll have afternoon tea with the boys and I'll watch you on YouTube later on if I get a chance. So I'll bid you all good
Beautiful
night.
family, Gerald. Beautiful.
Okay, Gerald.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Okay, well, we'll see you all.
All right,
Okay,
see you later,
we'll
Gerald.
see you.
You guys take care now.
All right, take it easy.
Take care of that
Good night.
arm.
Yep.
Well, Minnesota Mike's having trouble getting on. So, is that him popping in now? Let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's waving. He's the unloaded prisoner.
Yeah, he's unloading prison.
That's what I got in my yard.
Hey, Mike, what's the word you were saying? You might be able to get one of those mechanics from the Reno racers to come in. Did that ever pan out?
It's gonna come on probably next Friday. Not this Friday, but it'll be Monday or Friday next week.
Oh,
okay.
awesome. That'd be
Excellent.
sweet. Look forward to that.
Me too.
Yeah.
We got a real low audio on you. Is there any way you can turn your mic up? Or maybe I can turn it up for you.
I can't even find my headset for this phone.
Okay, let me see if I can turn you up. And I don't even see you listed in my control room. You must be there because you're here.
I don't know how I got in.
Well, it's just a matter of luck sometimes. That's why I have half the time.
Tonight is the first night I could never get in on YouTube.
They've had a lot of problems. YouTube's had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Even on the other channels, you know.
I think they're working on it while we're trying to use it too. That doesn't help things.
Correct.
I don't have a volume control for Mike. He's the only one who I don't. I don't know why.
Heck, even I had a little bit of an issue getting on. Apparently, my version of Firefox on my laptop is not compatible with Hangout, so I had to download Chrome and fix that up. And
yeah. Well, you'll like Chrome better anyway because it'll cross it'll cross synchronize with your telephone when you browse and you look at your browsing history on your telephone. It'll all your bookmarks and browser history will be there too.
All right, cool.
If because you're on an Android phone, right?
No, I'm on a little Acer laptop right now.
No, but I mean for you walking around every day, you got an Android in your pocket.
Android,
yeah.
I'm also going to see if I can get my PlayStation, my PlayStation 4 to sync up with this too, as it's got even better audio, and maybe I can use that. It's got a camera. So, but that'll be for another time.
Yeah, well, at least you got in successfully tonight, so I'm glad to see that everything's set up the right way for that. Now I've got Minnesota Mike's volume control. Let me turn it all the way up. Okay, it's all the way up. Say something, Mike.
Yeah, is that any better?
That's a hell of a lot better. Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Hey, a thrash fest going on in my garage. I ain't gonna go to bed till I get the car done.
Where are you located, Mike?
I'm in Clovis, California.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fresno, Clovis. I'm about roughly about 55 miles south west of Yosemite.
Okay.
Nice area.
Not really.
No.
Not really. Are you headed to the desert out there where you're at?
Yeah, I call it the devil's asshole.
There you go.
Like you're on one of those fringe areas, aren't you, where it's kind of mixed?
Well, if you call like 110, 115 in the summer mixed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of part desert and part not, and
yeah, everything's irrigated here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I got drag racing this weekend. Next weekend, I got the contest. We got to help set up for the contest for control line.
We'll have some fun with that.
Yeah, I don't fly much of that anymore. Just combat, but I really like the free flight.
What's your altitude, Mike?
Probably 300 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how would it be?
I'm in a valley in between two mountains.
Well, for drag racing, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and for control line flying too.
They'll have the drag races on live on the computer this weekend.
Will it be on ESPN's app or something like that, or where is it going to be on the computer?
I can't remember who does it. Nothing like ESPN.
It's Speed Vision.
Some private guy does it.
Huh.
I'll find
see if I can find it.
Oh, yeah.
Do they ever put them on YouTube
I don't get to watch drag racing very often, but when I do, I really love to watch it. It brings back lots of memories, and I was strictly a amateur, but I still got a taste of it that I wouldn't.
Sure.
Oh, I love it too. I used to do it myself. So
once it's in your blood,
We're all street racers that hard. Come on, everybody's done it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
My hero was Grumpy Jenkins back in the day. I got a good video of him competing at the Nationals too. Sometimes I'll just sit back and watch that video of Grumpy racing.
There's Eagle Field Drags is what it is on YouTube.
Eagle Field Drags. I'm going to look that up.
Okay.
Eagle.
It's an old military base they use for training pilots.
Oh, so it's already got. I mean, it's already got a good surface. Is it prep? Is it no prep, or is it prep for drag racing?
Oh,
it's
old school. Everything's old school. The cars have to be pre-64, and then on Sunday they do a door slammer class where they got Hondas and all kind of crap.
Oh yeah. So pre-64, huh? 66 is too new.
Well, they let them in.
Yeah.
But mainly they got the old rail type cars with the engines in the front.
Yeah, a lot of nitro, a lot of gassers. Just the old school drag racing is all it is.
I love it.
Right on. Yeah.
No electronics, all motor.
Yeah. Love it.
Back when we had points and condensers and
they got
real
a guy out
distributors.
there. They're running a LS motor in a 64 Chevy pickup. He's got 3 turbochargers on that thing. And he runs bottles of nitrous, and he's got 1,900 horsepower running out on that runway.
Wow.
It's hard to believe he can even stick the tires to it like that.
Oh, it's just a smoke show.
Hey,
That's it. That's what they used to do. Burn them the whole track. Now, if they break tires, you lose.
Charles wants you to unmute him.
We got
Somebody just asked me to unmute their mic. Let's see.
We got
Charles,
like Pure Hell and stuff like that.
Here we go, Charles. Hang on just a second. Charles Carter. Come on, microphone. Wake up, you damn old red thing.
Seems like everything's running slow.
Yeah, I can't get Charles's microphone to wake up. I'm working from both ends here. Let's see.
That sounds like the Mexican Revenge.
Yeah, it's like I can
working from both ends.
Neither end's
Let me
pretty.
see if I can work Charles's camera. You're gonna go blank for a second.
Yeah, I can't even get him up on the screen very
No,
well.
it's something. YouTube's been screwing up for about 3 days now.
It's been screwed up for a year.
Well, they're doing some
They've been screwed
overlapping
up.
of stuff. You know, they're old, like, you know.
He might have to go out and come back, maybe, huh? You think, Rusty?
Charles, if you've gone up to the top and turned your mic off and back on, you know, mouse up to the middle and turn your mic off, and then turn it back on. I'm not getting any action out of it here at all.
It's like it's only half there.
Yeah, it's a little dark.
Yeah, Charles has got a dark picture frame. I don't know what's up with that because it wasn't like that before.
No, it was coming in good before.
Yeah, he was real clear.
Yeah.
Yep. It kind of like, yeah, when Gerald went off. That's when I saw
even the text pop up that he's texting me is off halfway to the side of the screen, so I can't read but the last 3 words in it.
He's going to sign up and come back in.
Okay.
Tom,
oh, hey, who's that waving? Oh, that's Wally waving.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, you still busy as can be?
What's that?
You still busy as can be?
Well, today I did a major thing, and tomorrow I got one more major job. And then I'll be caught up.
Looks better.
Cool. There you go. Charles, there you go.
Hey, guys, I'm back.
Right on.
In full color.
Yeah, that looks good. You're all in there now. It's
As
like
long
this,
Yes.
you're either all in or you're all out. You're all in.
Everybody's got a little delay, but it might be because there's so many of us.
It's probably latency's real bad, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Minnesota Mike, I'm so glad to finally see you.
Yeah. I've been trying.
Now I do remember seeing you at Golden State before.
Did you used to fly up here at the high school? In Clovis?
No, I just started coming around. I think my first time there was 2013. I think.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian,
so after you guys left the high school.
Brian was about.
What was that?
I was holding on to your name tag last year, thinking he goes, well, he should be here at time.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be there. Actually, it's looking pretty good. Actually, I just got a phone call from a friend, and it's just absolutely amazing. I mean, I give glory to the Lord. It's amazing. I had a friend who called me up with the proposition to get me there.
Oh, cool.
And
Excellent.
so I'm just like blown away.
Oh, I've been
I was actually thinking.
neglecting our YouTube friend Thomas Inzana says, going back to when we were calling it the Devil's Asshole, he was calling Central Florida the Devil's Dick.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Sorry, Thomas, I didn't realize you'd posted that. It's probably been about 10 minutes now. I got to keep my eye on that a little bit better.
So, Charles, how far are you guys away? You from Mike? How far are you guys away?
He's
About
way
6
out.
hours.
What's that?
About 6 hours.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's a long
Hang on a second.
drive.
I hope that ain't his buddy calling back. Says he got car problems.
That's not good.
No.
But
I don't know. I just rebuilt a whole front end of a Super Duty Ford F-250.
Wow, nice truck.
Out. I don't have any grip in my hands.
That sucks.
Man, I tell you,
I don't have any grip in my hands anymore either.
Age will get you.
And the worst
after the hurricane, I had to cut this bamboo, and I had one of those hand saws, like for trimming tree stand limbs and stuff, and it cuts like butter.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm cutting with both hands, man. The second day, I couldn't even make a fist. It's incredible. Just age and not using that, not sawing for a day and a half.
Handling that heavy steel just gets to me now.
You doing ball joints and bearings and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, new hub bearings, ball upper and lower ball joints. I had to take the axles out and press out the universal joint in them and put new joints in there.
A lot of work.
Yeah, you're into it, no doubt about it, man.
Yeah. So
the biggest thing for me is I can't reach in tight spaces anymore because my hand won't straighten out, and you can't reach in. That's as straight as those fingers will get.
Sometimes you take your middle finger here and you balance your nut on there, and you get it on there, and you can get that nut started just with one finger.
This is me. This is me flipping the bird.
Your bird looks like it's got its head in the sand.
It's got a problem. Got a problem with the beak.
Take this, you asshole.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I think I'm gonna get off here. My battery's about dead, and I'm sitting outside right now. So you guys have a good night.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Good luck on the race. Good luck on the race.
All right.
Thank you too.
See if your buddy over there on the Strega team will come in. We could have a good time, man.
Yeah. I'll get him on.
There's no doubt.
Down in Bakersfield, he's 2 hours south of me, but he'll get on.
Well, he's right. He's right there with old Bill DeStefani then in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Has he got the right computer equipment to be able to get in live with us?
I think so. We'll find out.
On the Strega team, he's surely got the shit to get on here.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what,
just need an iPhone.
He's pretty proud. He bought they got a remote control plane of the Strega. He bought that just with his name and his wife's name is painted on the airplane.
Awesome.
Oh, man, now that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys take it easy.
Yeah.
All right. See you, man.
See you later, man.
Yeah, that could really be some fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I just talked to one of my friends the other day. Oh, I got me a new phone. Of course, I had to get a new phone number. Oh, gosh, trying to get a hold of everyone and get your new phone number and give it to them. Boy, isn't that a hassle.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to try something.
While he's experimenting.
Okay, Rusty, you can lead me through this. If you guys are interested in seeing a few of my pictures of some of the building I do, I'll share them with you, but I got to figure out how to do it.
Okay, first open the picture like you were just going to look at it, get it sized the way you want it, and then come back to the video screen and tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, make sure all your banking information is not on there.
Well, I've got pictures on my computer screen, so it's a matter of how I get them from my picture screen to this screen.
Okay, all you got to do is have them on the computer screen, then come back to this and tell me when you've done that.
So do I need to move this screen over to do that?
No, No, just get the picture up like you were looking at it, and then come back to this screen. Just leave the picture behind; it'll stay up. And click on the screen share button up here.
Oh, I'm not even on your screen now.
Okay. Once you get the picture where you can see it, then come back to us, and I'll tell you what to click.
Okay.
You ready?
Hang on, Rusty. Hang on.
Okay. Okay. I've got it up on my screen now.
Okay. Now come back to us.
Okay.
All right. And now on the left, you see a row of boxes: a blue chat box, a green arrow, green square box with a white arrow in it.
Yep.
Okay. Click on that green box with the arrow in it.
Okay.
Okay. Now click on the tab that says Application Window. And then pick whichever one you see with the picture you want to show us in it, and it'll start sharing.
You got to click share in that box when it opens up. There
Yeah,
you go.
once you select that picture, go down to the bottom right of that same little box and click share, and then we'll all have to lock on you ourselves manually to get it full size.
Wally, you did have it there for a second.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
There. There you go. Nope.
Yeah, I saw it for a brief second.
Yep. That's all we get, huh?
You got to be fast.
Yeah. Okay.
What about this one? Let me see.
Oh, that's your banking information.
Oh boy.
No, we see you now.
Yeah.
You all
is the picture up? If the picture is up in the background, then all you got to do is come back here, click share, and select that picture, and then
screen share, click. Oh, come on.
Now application window, that tab.
I don't even see that. Share screen for Hangouts. I got you on there.
Just push share. When
There's
you
nothing
click
here
that,
that says share.
right. Click the word share.
There's nothing. It says screen share for Hangouts. Select window to show in the video call. Did that work? Did that
Not
work?
yet. There. Well, it was there for a minute. There it is.
Here, hold on. No, man.
Okay. You
What,
were.
How about that?
No, that's you again.
I think I'm going to have to start over. I think I lose it when I double click right there for some reason.
Yeah, it's like there for a second. And the pictures look real interesting, so it's real baiting.
Yeah.
They look like real good
pictures. What are you opening your pictures with? What program are you just like?
Well, my program is Windows 10.
Well, I know, but like Microsoft Picture Manager or whatever opens a JPEG, just open it so that you can look at it. And then.
Okay, now let me try this again.
There it is.
Oh.
All right.
Are you seeing a Mustang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that there is Section 8. That airplane has been raced in Reno, and that's the one me and my two boys have been up in.
Very nice.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Dave, are you clicking on Wally's avatar frame and getting him big? Yeah, okay.
I get it. I've got it.
Okay.
Okay, now let me go grab another one.
So Wally, was that Mustang a dual control Cavalier conversion?
No, it's not a TF. That's just a regular D.
Gotcha.
They just took all the radio and the gas tank and everything out of the back, and then they redid it. So
Sure.
Okay, let me see if I got a hang of this now. Click on that. Click on that.
Very
Are you
nice.
seeing that?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
a
Thunderbolt.
That's a Thunderbolt display I made for my sister. That was for her I can't remember if it was either Christmas or birthday. But the frame that you see there is a frame that I make. I make them either out of steel angle iron, or I make them out of aluminum.
Beautiful.
It depends on what I'm doing. Now, the picture over here on the right, that's a guy, his name's Robert S. Johnson. He had the second most victory kills in the European theater.
Mm-hmm.
The airplane picture in the bottom is a picture of this model. Over on the left, the picture of them airplanes is a picture of Robert S. Johnson when he was shot up by this pilot that was flying the F-190. When they got his airplane on the ground, he made it back to the base. Johnson did. And I can't remember how many cannon holes and bullet holes they had in that airplane. It blew 2 cylinders off the engine.
It still ran back.
And
yeah.
it still ran and got him back.
Make them they're able to do that.
3 times that German went back and shot at him and was hitting him every time, and he finally run out of ammunition. And anyway,
wasn't that Gunther Rule?
Yeah, it was. Anyway,
yeah,
then he
I've seen the story. It's excellent.
Then he wagged his wing back and forth when he was actually out of ammunition and flew away. And then Johnson actually flew back to the base and landed.
Yeah, and Rule was in Dora.
Yeah.
He was in Dora.
and then the engraving plaques, I had a guy make them that does them for me. He does them like they were for trophies. And he does a lot of my engraving. So got the top one there.
Who did the plane?
I built the plane.
Beautiful job, Wally.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I've won some awards.
I like how you opened it up so you could see the inner part.
Yeah, I'll have to show you another model that I've got that I've done.
So whose kit was that to start?
Believe it or not, that kit was made by I can't even remember the name of it now. When I got that kit, that was the second model of that airplane into the United States.
Wow.
I can't even think, vintage models or something like that.
Gerald is watching. He commented on your great photos.
And anyway, I do these displays. I'll show you another one here. Now I got to figure out how to get back in here.
By the time you get done tonight, you should be a pro at it, Wally.
Yeah, I usually keep all of my pictures in a folder together. That way, I don't even have to come back to y'all. I just click through the pictures, and as they show up, it automatically changes if I am still sharing.
Did that come up with anything?
I see that you're trying to share something. Hang on just a second.
Blank screen, though. Yeah.
It's got your little share showing, but
that's nothing.
No picture yet.
Okay, I gotta go do it again. Problem is, I'll probably be mixed up and won't be able to find what I wanted.
Something's coming. Something's coming. There we go. Got it.
Okay, this display here is the first one that I started with. And you can see I made that one in 2007. That was for my youngest daughter's birthday. And the red airplane is called Critical Mass. And the white one there is Rare Bear.
Oh.
Love them both.
Yeah, I love that Rare Bear.
I took those pictures there that are in the background there at Reno. The bottom one's one of the cowlings opened up on Rare Bear that shows that massive 3350.
Mm.
The one on top, one guy standing there with the blue shirt, his name's Tom Dwelly. He's the one that owns Critical Mass, which they have just done a restoration on that airplane. It's unbelievable. I'll give you some information on that later. You may want to watch that on YouTube because it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Like, if you have it, just email me the link, please.
Okay.
I'd love it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll grab another one here.
So does that represent like that back turn? Where you used to be able to go in Reno, you could go back to those little hills on the backside.
Yes,
now it's fenced off. Yeah, I recognize it. I recognize
it. And what they're doing there is, see, I've got a truck there with a couple of people looking
yeah,
up.
That's it, man.
Well, my daughter, those are both her favorite airplanes, and so I thought, I'll start making some displays for my kids because one day I'm going to be out of here and they can pass this stuff on to my grandkids.
Yep.
And here's another one. Did that one come up?
No. Oh, there it is. There it is for a second.
That one there. That one there has 10 aircraft in it that they've all of them have raced at Reno. The top left is Rare Bear. The next one down is Miss Ashley 2, and that's quite a story on that airplane. And then under that on the glass is Strega. And then the front there, the yellow one, that's Bob Hoover's Mustang. Then in the center there on the glass, that's the Pace Jet that starts the race.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, that's some great displays.
The front airplane on the right is Lady Joe, they call her. That is a TF-51. That's a dual control.
Uh-huh.
The back one on the glass, that's Furious. Then the one flying there that's red there, orange, red, that's Critical Mass again. And then the top one is, which you'll know that one, Terry. That one's got the Griffin with the counter-rotating motor in it. That one's Precious Metal.
Yep.
It's out of Kissimmee.
Yep.
Now the background there shows the way the course is laid out. You got the gray and the green and the blue and the red are all the different courses that the different airplanes race, the different courses. And then down below it, the pencil marks are the way the runways are laid out and the home pylon being right there in the middle on the bottom.
Very cool.
So, and then there's more engraving on that. This is for my oldest son right here. And you'll see the posts on the left and the right side coming up that have the fixtures on them. Those are actually light fixtures that I built. And these lights actually light up.
Oh, cool.
And I've got them set up where they got batteries, a tray in the side, and a little micro switch on the side. So at night, if you turn that on, you would not believe how pretty these are. When
I bet it looks great.
So that's one.
That's pretty awesome, Wally.
Yeah, I'll grab.
Excellent modeling. So are those Model Master finishes or acrylics, or what did you use?
Most of them are Model Masters.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Excellent work, Wally. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Let me grab another one here. This one here. Okay, this one here is a display that I did for my mother. It's either my mother or my sister. I keep getting them two mixed up. But this one here is all Navy airplanes.
Oh, very cool.
Nice. Very nice.
I love the cases, man. And you build all that metal framework and everything.
Yeah, I do it all.
Oh, man, that is nice.
See, and the thing that's neat, this back piece here is 24-inch square, and they're actually come out about 8 inches, from the back to the front. And anyway, I've made them to where, in fact, I can show you here. I'll show you one.
Yeah, so you got your lights lit on that.
Let me see if I can find the frame. Here's one right here. This one here, Terry, will show you some of the framework.
Gerald's asking if you've built any control line scale.
No, I haven't. I've helped my dad build some scale, but I haven't.
That'll
This
be
right
after
here-
the winter build project. We're going to
Yeah,
all have
yeah,
to do
that's
something
always.
scale. Everybody's going to do something scale. I'm going to do a little Tony.
There you
Race
go,
plan.
little Tony.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little Tony with a 90 jet.
Oh, wow.
A Jet 90?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So there you go. It's a
did you come up with
$225 kit.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful wood.
That's
Oh,
speaking
man.
of jet. You're talking about a Dub Jet 90, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well,
nice
you should have my frame there. Now, the way
I
I
see
make
it.
these frames, this one's aluminum here. The way I make my frames is I make them so you can either sit them down on a cabinet or wherever you want, or you can hang them up. So
very
I've
cool.
got a 16-inch center. From there to there, I'll be doing some holes in this one, and then I'll be dremeling them out so you can put them in 2 nails, and then they'll hang on the nails.
Oh, very cool.
And see this one here, I haven't drilled my holes. Oh, in fact, I have 2 drilled my holes. So anyway, you have to notch the first backboard or the backboard. There's 2 backboards. One goes in that holds all of your whatever airplanes you're going to have on it. The next one seals it up.
Uh-huh.
And then that one you have to notch it around the hanging ears, so the nails will go into those and it'll hang on the head of the nails.
Wow.
So it takes a while to build those. There's a lot of work in them to get them nice. And the next one that I do is going to be powder coated.
Very nice.
There
so
you
are
go.
those heli-arced?
No, those
They're screwed?
They're actually welded with a I've got an aluminum spool gun.
Oh, very nice.
So see, I weld with MIG a lot.
Okay.
And those are, I take my MIG gun off of there and I can run a aluminum spool gun on it. And that's
Very
how
cool.
I've welded those.
Uh-huh. Well, it's very good.
Let's see, I'll dig you up a couple more. This one here is really interesting. This airplane, whoops.
Well, you remember the giant U-boat kit I'm working on? I mean, I haven't showed you guys in it because I'm doing a video, and what I'm doing is shooting it all in that stop motion, and I'm building each one of the compartments. And then when I publish the video, you'll be able to watch, I think, pretty much the whole build in about maybe 9 minutes.
Wow, that's nice.
But my wife came up with a great idea because I'm going to get my hobby room is going to have a little off area was a laundry room, but we're building her a new laundry room. So I'm going to use it as a little man cave. So I'm going to put that big submarine in a glass coffee table with a glass lid. And now I know who can build the base. The coffee table lid.
Yeah, I can build the stuff.
That's a badass looking plane you got there, Wally.
That is cool as heck.
That airplane there is called the Pond Racer. That was
familiar with
that
it.
was designed by Dick Rutan, owned by Bob Pond. That's why they called it the Pond Racer. And that raced at Reno too for a few years, and then it caught on fire and crashed, and it killed the pilot.
Oh.
But I've got plans for this airplane to build it in control line in profile. And I think, if I remember right, it had like 209 engines on it. But I've got them. I've got to go to the restroom for just a minute, and I'll be back.
Not a problem. Yeah, that Pond Racer was quite the thing. I mean, it had Nissan race motors in it with dual ignition and stuff. And John Hitzig did the props and the wing design. Real revolutionary. It's a shame it didn't.
That wing design is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yep. He actually designed a sailplane called the Solitaire. You ought to look that up. It's similar to that German design flying wing with like an egg fuselage. Very similar to that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
fellas, hey, I'm going to get off here, man. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Okay,
All right, Tom.
See you Friday. Hope I get on Friday.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks for dropping in on us tonight.
You guys have a good week and take care.
All right, you too, man.
Tell Wally I said bye.
Adios.
All right.
It's dropping down to the diehards now.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I hate to see him keep chopping up all these warbirds for race planes. I mean, the ones they've got, that's cool, but I'd like to see more, scratch-built unlimited airplanes. But I guess there's no money in it. So other than if you just love the sport, there's really little money or recognition in it. So.
Okay. Minnesota Mike is posting me links. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, the drag race links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What class does he run in drag racing? Or do you know?
It was C or D stock. He sent us pictures, didn't he, Rusty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I remember asking him and him telling us what class he runs in. Let's see. I guess I need to copy all of these links and then I'll try to post them to y'all somehow. Let me open a new notepad window and just start pasting links in it. I might just send you a picture of the links and y'all can copy them. It'll take me a minute to do, but
not a problem.
At least you'll have them. Let's see, got that one. Yeah, and here's another one. Eagle Fields Drags. Copy that. And paste that. And close that. What else has he got? Okay, that's all. All right, I'm going to screen share this notepad screen that I've got here, and y'all can just write them down. Application window and share. Okay, right. Copy those down. Can y'all see it? All right.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you got them, and
Okay.
I'll go ahead and kill it.
Yeah, I just used my camera, just took a shot of it. Heck with it.
That's a smart way of doing it.
Ba-boom.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Oh no, I dropped a Micanite. Where'd it go? Hope it wasn't a good one. Oh, there it is. Yes.
Probably is.
Can't lose the orange one.
All right, I got him.
Hang on a second. Hang on 1 second, Sparky. Let me take it. I mean, Rusty, let me take a picture. All right, come on, camera.
No rush.
Okay, I got that.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody good?
Yep.
Yep, got it. I'll be glad when I stop hurting.
Well, keep moving, but don't push it. Just keep moving. Keep moving.
Yeah. Just want to get up every so often and walk around and everything to keep it loose. If you don't, it'll draw up.
Yeah, use it or lose it. That's the
muscles
story.
atrophy so quickly. It's just unbelievable.
It is amazing how fast they do atrophy.
Yeah, that's what I worry about, having to favor one leg for so much lately, is losing my muscle tone. Yeah. Oh, Ken Colbert just signed off and said good night, everybody.
Good night, Ken.
Well, do you guys want to see a few more pictures before I call it a night with pictures? I don't want to overwhelm you with pictures.
Nah, go ahead.
I love them.
I'm not doing much of a job of keeping the conversation flowing tonight, so pictures are good.
It's the same thing. I'm just sitting here watching. Don't have a whole lot to talk about, but
here's one that Tom would really been interested in.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
That there is a display I'm making. That's the layout, how I lay them all out when I'm putting them together. So the Thunderbolt there, they had 4 different propellers they would put on the Thunderbolt. Here's the 4 propellers. Then you had your machine gun and your wings and your rockets and your rocket tubes and your bombs that they carried. And then over on the right, there's the different fuel tanks that they carried.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the bottom left, there is what all of the supercharger and turbocharger ducting looked like inside the real airplane.
Wow, very cool.
You've painted all of this. It doesn't come looking like that, right?
Right. Those are plastic kits, and then you have to build them, paint them, and everything.
So,
this engine,
styrene.
Yeah, this engine that's in this bottom display here, I've even wired in all of the spark plugs.
Wow.
Did you get a kit for that, or did you use just like that little fine wire that I think it's for florists use it, or the florist wire?
No, this here's wire. That what I did was I took 22 gauge wire and I pulled the outside cover off of it, and then the strand, it's like a 7-strand wire. You pull the strand out of that, then you have to
and then just
then the ignition ring, they call it, that goes around the engine reduction gearing there on the front housing. They've got a wire housing there that all the wires for all the spark plugs. Remember, each cylinder gets 2 plugs.
It has 2 plugs. Yeah.
Yep.
That's like a 3350 in that thing, right?
This is the R2800.
R28.
Yeah, this is 2800. So anyway, all the wires are in, the intake ducts are all in, the exhaust, I can't remember what they call it. All the exhaust stuff goes in it, and then it goes down around. They can either dump it there in the front of the bottom of the engine there off the cal, or else they can run it back through the turbocharger, which makes it the turbo supercharger.
Mm-hmm.
And then the exhaust is actually on these when they're up high altitude. The exhaust on a Thunderbolt actually comes out just in front of the tail wheel.
That's correct. It filters way back there through all that tubing.
Is each of the 2 spark plugs for each cylinder connected to a separate magneto?
Yes.
Left and right.
Yeah, that way if you lose a magneto, you still have a magneto backup to get you back down on the ground. That's what even holds out today in today's airplane.
Yeah, exactly right. And you get a much more efficient burn with a dual ignition.
Okay, so let me dig up. There's a couple here that you'll really like that are really, really cute. Here's one. Do you want to see cuteness? Here you go.
Oh no.
Oh shit, that might be too cute.
These are Christmas. These are what they call. They've got now plastic. What they call egg planes.
Oh, I
They're
love
little
those.
They're cartoon egg planes. Well, anyway, these, what I did one year is I decided to make some ornaments. So I went down and I got these little ornament jobs here, and then I cut out the holes in the airplanes, like the inside of the space shuttle is already it's made for a great big satellite or whatever. Anyway, I left that out and put Snowman in there, and Lefty's astronaut up there hanging on his life support. And then the Mustang, what I did is I pretty much kept it stock, other than I took the bombs off and I made little present bombs that it's supposed to be carrying around.
Very cool.
And anyway, I did those. That was one year, and let's see if I can find it the next year. Everything changes. Let me see if this is it. I've got hundreds and hundreds of pictures. Nope, that's not it. And the other day I just sat down for a few minutes, thought, I'm going to show you guys a few of the things that I built through the years and see what you think. Well, while I'm hunting that up, we'll look at this one. We're going back to control line now.
Okay. So do you do mostly airbrushing or both?
Both, but probably 80-85% airbrush.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. But I'm still using the paintbrush for a lot of stuff, like for the pipes and these stuff. Yeah, that is beautiful.
Ah, shoestring. All right.
That airplane there, that one there is called Lady Miss 2. My great big Magnum that I've got in here, I labeled it Lady Miss for all my granddaughters. So I put Lady Miss 2 on here. I really screwed this airplane up. It don't fly worth a shit.
They're too heavy?
Well, what I did was I shortened up the tail section 2 inches. And then what I did was I dropped the elevator stabilizer down 1/4 of an inch. Now, doing that, I'm thinking that the stabilizer is getting the turbulence coming down off the wing. And this thing is unstable as can be. It hunts all over the place.
That's probably it.
And
stabilizer in line with the wing now.
What's that?
Is the stabilizer in line on the same plane as the wing now?
No, it's a little higher, but it's not as high as what it was when
not
it was
high enough.
Factory. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. It's not high enough, and it's too close, and I'm catching the vortexes coming off of the airfoil of the wing. Now, that's what I think. And it's funny because the very first airplane I ever built when I was a kid was a shoestring, and I put an old McCoy 35 radio control bluehead in it. And I flew that thing and flew it and flew it and flew it. And that thing was just a wonder to fly. And then I thought, well, I'll build this one and then my grandson can learn how to fly on this. It's like, I can't fly this thing good enough to even have him fly it. It's that bad.
Wow. On the elevator, what hole is it? Is it closest to the control surface or furthest away from the control surface?
What do you mean, Charles?
As far as the holes on throw,
the holes on the control horn. Do you have it all the way up or have it all the way down?
Oh, I've changed that from all the positions, and one thing about it is a little fast. Like say, if you was on the hole closest to the stabilizer, you know how fast that makes it.
Right. Yeah.
It's way more sensitive. Well, right now, I think I've got it on the very last hole out. So, but it still hunts. It's just crazy. You can't get this thing. And then to balance it this way, for some reason, it was way tail heavy and I had to put some lead in the front. But right now, the balance is where it belongs, but I still can't get it to fly a straight line.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
well, it makes a nice hanger queen.
Yeah, what I did was
it's a nice hanger queen.
Yeah, this airplane engine's the Fox 35 that I have my what do you call it? My super engine parts in it. My
oh, the stuffer back plate and all that junk.
yeah, it's got the Hemi parts.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Now, how do you keep your foxes so clean? My foxes get all burnt up looking.
Really?
Well, they will too.
Maybe.
After a while, they will. They'll get that black
That
sooty stuff on them.
baked oil.
Burnt castor and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
baked
that
oil.
baked castor. That does happen.
But that one looks new.
I know my 35 looks like it's 100 years old right now. So
that engine, that picture when I took that was pretty new.
Okay.
Let me see if I can dig up. Oh, this is really cool here.
Well, I hate to tell you how old that Fox 35 on my Combat Cat is, but I've cleaned it a few times, and it's had several gaskets in it. Oh, that's a nice looking model.
Oh, that is nice.
That little squash job.
Oh, a little AWACS.
Yeah, that's another egg plane, and what that was supposed to have been is the V-22 Osprey.
Oh yeah.
And I've converted that into the E-2 Hawkeye.
There you go.
And you wouldn't believe the work that it took to make that airplane.
I would. It looks beautiful.
Plus, it's got two little pilots in there you can't hardly see that are really cute.
Wow.
Let me see what else.
So are you doing a lot of dry brushing on those as well to get that? Yeah, I can. Excellent work, man. Excellent work. Very, very good work.
Okay, this one here is my beauty.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's my Magnum.
That's the Magnum. What a beautiful airplane.
And it's got my granddaughter in it, my little blonde granddaughter.
That's a nice paint job too.
That is
simple, but really nice looking.
It turned out pretty good. I learned some things. That was my first airplane using Brodak paint, and I fell in love with Brodak on this airplane.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, what motor is that? Is that a Fox 60 or?
Yeah, it's a Fox Goldhead 60.
Oh, those are good motors.
Yeah, and it's got the tongue muffler on it.
Oh yeah.
It's got a no shoot. It's a what do you call it? I can't think what they call it. Crap. I got a Unitow tank in it. Uniflow from Brodak. It's a 6-ounce.
Uh-huh.
Which is quite a story to that.
Well, we're going to build tanks, right?
We can build them if you want. I can.
Yeah,
build tanks.
we're going to build tanks. Charles laughing.
Yeah, I can build tanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, we're going to build tanks.
Did this one come up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
very
one
nice.
there, I didn't make the display other than I did the base. And that base now finished has some engraving plates on it. But this here, a buddy of mine wanted me to do a base. He showed me this display, this deer horn right here, elk horn, that's elk horn. All them, the hummingbird and all that stuff was actually made out of horns.
Wow.
Made out of what?
It's all ground out of antlers. All them pieces are made out of antler and then they're glued on.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the guy that did this, him and his wife do this work. They are artists. Oh, you wouldn't believe it, the work that they do. But he asked me if I'd do a base for this because this was for his mother for her birthday. So I built the base and got an acrylic cover for it. The acrylic covers are pretty expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like this one here was almost $100. A third of what you buy is shipping. So if you got an acrylic cover that's $60, you can plan on spending another $30 on shipping. So they're pretty pricey, but they are beautiful when they're done.
Yep.
Let me pull up one more, and I think I'll call it a night. Oh, I know.
Is that acrylic case glued together?
No. Well, the sides are, but the front and the back are rolled, and then they so you have a round radius front and back.
Oh, no wonder it's so expensive.
Yeah, and then you have side pieces that are made and fit in, and the corners have to be ground just enough to where they fit that radius.
Right.
And then they set them in a jig, and then they glue them. And I can do that work. I just don't do it. Okay, this one right here is my beauty queen that is in my imaginary Ferrari LaFerrari.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like it.
You know, I'm really excited about these pictures.
That woke you up, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm really digging these pictures, Wally.
I'll have to dig up this information to show you one day. This is on a bell crank system that's different from any of us I think have ever done, and it's really neat. And the way it's explained in the work, the way it works is it's supposed to be less drag, as free as you can get for running a bell crank with your control horns and your control rods for your elevators and your flaps. It's got an actual bearing that runs in that slot.
What does a setup like that run?
Well, nobody builds it to sell it that I know of. This is something, if we ever decide to do it, I would have to build one. And say, for instance, it's got to go in a full-bodied airplane.
Oh, sure, I see that.
So if somebody wanted to try it, I could say, okay, give me some measurements. I'll build one. I'll send it out to you. Put it in your airplane and let's try it out. I'll send you all the paperwork on it. We'll see how it works. It looks like it worked good, but it takes a lot of work to build this because you got a lot of solder joints. But I see no reason why it couldn't work.
Well, I'm certainly considering. I'm going to put that Brodak adjustable flap horn on my Cardinal, and I'm going to, as soon as the kit gets here, you and I'll sit down, and Charles or whoever wants to get on, and we'll put our heads together and see what kind of hardware. But definitely 4-inch bell cranks. I think I'll do with that center post mounted bell crank. That you can capture with the spar next to the spar and so on.
Yeah, we'd definitely want to do that.
I've got that for the Cardinal, so I'm going to, and I got it from Brodak. I think it was about $14 for a friggin' bell crank, but it's worth it. So
yeah, because you got good stuff, and it's what do they call it? It's it's centered bell crank, and I can't remember what they call it on that post.
They call it suspended.
Suspended.
Suspended bell crank.
This here's about a third of the little egg planes that I've made.
Whoa!
Wow, that's amazing.
I've got a curio cabinet over here that's clear full of those things.
Oh, they're so cool.
That's amazing.
But I give a lot of them away for Christmases and stuff, so I've made a lot more than what you see here. A lot.
Yep.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think you love airplanes more than me. I'm impressed.
And
I love airplanes a lot.
You sign your work and everything, right, Wally? So people know it's your little creation.
Yeah, and I'll show you something else when we get to it here.
Yeah, I love this stuff. I mean, the styrene kits. I mean, I still do them. I'm actually got a little one. Oh, that is nice.
Wow.
That motorcycle there, my oldest son built for one of the Supercross riders. My son was on a Supercross team.
Wow.
And they would fly him all over the country to a race every week. And anyway, he's had Japanese engineers look at his work, and his work is just phenomenal. In fact, this weekend, or actually Thursday, we're heading over to Portland to get him a dyno because he's going to start dynoing these bikes.
Excellent.
What kind of bike is that?
That's a Honda 450.
Very nice.
Let me see. I was going to show you one other thing if I can see it.
And those are all liquid cooled, right? They're all liquid cooled. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Two-stroke or four-stroke?
It's a four-stroke.
Four-stroker.
Yeah, everybody's going four strokes.
Yeah.
I know. I was so surprised when I went to a bike shop. They're all four strokes.
Makes your little Elsinore look antique, doesn't it?
Well, it does.
Yeah.
This is a picture of that P47 display that's all finished.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, yeah.
Is that one of those metallizer finishes or just a spray aluminum?
That there is what I do is I etch the metal with like 600 sandpaper, and then I'll spray a primer on it that etches into that, and then I'll spray it with regular paint. But like I say, the next project's going to be powder coated.
Wow. Wow.
Here's one that'll really get this. This one here will blow you away. I'll have to show you the wings to this too. That airplane is a quarter scale P6E Hawk, a Curtiss P6E Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bi-wing, and
nice airplane.
What I need to do is get somebody that will finish it because I don't have any plans to finish it.
And it's an RC plane, right? Yeah.
That's RC quarter scale. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Very nice.
There, I got another picture to go with it. I'll see if I can find it. That actually has, I think it's this.
The wings done on it.
Well, here's the wings right here. This is my workshop out of my shop, out in the back, that I do a lot of painting and stuff in. But the wings are there in the bubble wrap. That's the top wing top and the bottom wing on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then behind it there, now Rusty, this is my old Yak.
Oh, so it is.
And I camouflaged that, and that airplane has been through hell and back. But that airplane, that's a Stirling kit. But that airplane does fly good. That wing is so crooked you'd wonder how it even stays in the air. But but that thing flies really good. It's fun to fly.
Yeah.
Then behind that is a Acromaster, a Sig Acromaster.
Oh yeah.
And we started out with the 19 engine on that. And I told my son I want to hop that up. So now it's got a Magnum 25.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
And that thing is radical as hell to fly.
Is that Magnum a ball bearing engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that is a fast plane.
It's radical.
Yeah, I got SIG primary force, so that flies good.
Oh, they do. I think those are good flying planes.
Yeah, those are nice planes.
Yeah, I got a OS 46 LA on it.
Yep, one of my favorite motors.
Okay, guys. It's that time. You got another one, Wally?
I got one more and I'll close it up.
Okay.
This one here is work I've done. It's all scratch built. All that work scratch built right there.
Wow.
That's good.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a converted Sea Fury to a 2-seater.
Spirit of Texas.
Yeah, it's the Spirit of Texas, and it's exactly like the real one.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys get the video of the Spirit of Texas quarter scale I sent you with the Moki motor?
I did.
Yeah, I have a buddy. Well, I'll resend it, Charles. I have a buddy who has that kit. I invited him on the channel tonight, but I think he had trouble getting on. and got discouraged, but I'll try to get him here on Friday. But he's sitting on one of these and just needs a little oomph to finish it. And he's got the Moki and everything.
What size Moki?
250, the 3-blade prop, the spinner, the canopy, I mean, the cowling, all laser cut. Beautiful, huge plane. Huge plane.
Man.
It's got the landing gear, I think, was $1,500, all pneumatic.
Wow.
Just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it must be.
Quarter scale.
Mokis are very expensive motors.
Them big motors are as good as you can get, man.
A Moki, yeah, they're good motors, yeah.
Yeah, made in, I think, Germany or something.
Austria, I think. Austria, well,
yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, somewhere over there, Eastern Europe.
You're talking about the Moki radial, right?
Correct. Yeah, they have the 250 and the 400. Yeah. Yeah. I got one on my wish list, believe me. Maybe two, a 250 and a 400.
Well, the 400's a 5-cylinder, right?
Well, they're
both
they're both 5 cylinders. One's a smaller CC.
Oh, they sound good, man.
Oh, they're awesome.
They do.
Oh, they have that.
I'll send you a few more. I'll send you a few more.
Make sure you keep those rocker arms lubricated.
Yep, and feeler gauged. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Especially the followers at the top. Because, we got a guy at my RC field that's got one and all that, and he kept eating up push rods, and because he wasn't lubricating the balls.
Mm-hmm. And push rods. Yep, you got to give him every flight. You got to give him a squirt.
Yep.
So anyway, Terry, we're going to have a good time on this winter build
stuff. Yep. Well, I've got Rusty and I doing the Cardinal, and you and I are doing the Magnums. Now, my fuselage is just about done for the Cardinal. My last thing was my tuning fork. I don't know if you got to hear this, if you were here. This is for the Cardinal. It's aluminum.
Yeah,
you hear that?
I did hear that. That's when I was first coming on, but I didn't know what you were doing.
Wow, it's amazing.
Cool.
And it's I in nature, or in where everything has a vibration, whether you believe it or not.
Resonant frequency.
Yes, absolutely. And plants are 528, and that's what love. Women respond to 528 megahertz. So when I was a kid from Edmond Scientific, I bought a couple tuning forks because I wanted to hear what these sounds are. And something very bizarre. Since about the mid-'60s, very few of the modern popular songs have these peaceful tones in them. They're like gone. All the tones are in there in the 700 megahertz and down into 400, which make people violent and animals restless and all this. At any rate, when I make these things, I've got this frequency locked in my head from that tuning fork, and I have it by my desk. Because you want to listen to that in your mind, that bing. So when I was cutting these out at my buddy's shop, I was using this little grinder, and I'm tapping. He goes, "What are you doing, man?" I said, "I'm tuning these to like 528." So when I got home, I was testing them, and they're just about perfect. And it's just,
it's nice.
Anyway, I had fun, Rusty. Had fun, guys. I know Rusty needs to get his rest. I do.
Thanks for dropping in, guys, and
we get laying down.
Y'all on Friday night. And thanks for coming, Dave. I'm glad you were able to hook up.
Dave.
In trouble.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'll see y'all probably Friday.
Okay. Cool. And all of you guys that watched us on YouTube, we appreciate your participation too. And subscribe to the Stunthangar channel, and don't forget to give us a like. That's always nice. And meanwhile, until Friday, fair winds, tight lines, and we will see you then.
We'll see you,
man.
Good night.
Later, boys.
Good night.